Oh my gosh.
Yes, it worked. Right?
Yeah, it worked. We're
Okay, here
good.
we go.
Sorry,
Sorry
y'all.
for bearing with us. We thought these days of these live streaming errors were over, but I guess not.
And my notification worked.
Oh, I
It's
got
good.
mine too. There we go.
When
We
the
know it actually is
notification works,
legit.
that's when you know it's money.
We keep telling you
You
to
know,
ring the bell.
we
Subscribe
had
and
to
hit the
restart the whole
bell.
thing. Yeah, we had
Yeah.
some technical difficulties, but now we are here with our fourth off the cuff.
Yes, we had a whole intro thing and we were talking to ourselves for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it took us a little while before we realized that we weren't conscious of the situation, but
Yeah.
here we are.
But that shows how much in the zone we are. We're ready to do this. We're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Thanks everybody for joining with us.
For sure. We got some news to talk about before we dive straight into it. There's an event going on this is it this weekend?
Well, there's a few events going on. Well, this month it's just busy with events in general, I guess. We just
Okay.
had the BPSO this past
Mhm.
week in New
How
York.
was that, by the way? I
It
missed
popped
that.
off at the pop. I was happy. It was like supposed to rain all day, and then it
Mhm.
rained a little bit in the morning, and then it cleared up, and the sun came out, and it all worked out. And there was a lot more people than I thought during because of the travel restrictions and everything. I thought it would be mostly New Yorkers, but there was a lot of people that came from out of state, and it was cool
Mhm.
to see. Yeah, it went off again as usual. Little different spots to switch it up a little bit, so that was cool. But it was great. A lot of people turned out. It was cool.
Yeah, the footage was insane.
Chad won. Chad Hornish.
Chatted
Mon-
in Montreal. I saw a lot of their clips.
Montre got like two. Yeah, Montre got like two best tricks because the day after Bashi is like, I
Yeah,
got $500.
I saw that.
uh,
Damon Franklin also, man. Wow,
yeah, he went
ripped.
off.
He
He went off.
ripped.
Hell yeah, he was flipping all over the place. It's crazy when people flip at that park because people don't flip in New York parks. We don't flip.
Yeah, he did like a front flip
He did
and
a
then like
bunch of front flips.
hurricane top acid or something on the rail. I don't know.
Yeah,
He
hurricane
did a
tops
pretty
all the rail.
cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was killing it.
Shit was sick. I think Ghetto Community has it edited out. I'm sure the Butter TV edit will be out soon if it's not out already. But like I said before, September there's a lot of events going on. September 7th we got the J Barbecue in Atlanta. If you're in the Dirty and want to chill with Julian and all the boys and barbecue and skate, it says expect food, skate events, giveaways, music, and a good time. It's at 776 Willoughby Avenue in Atlanta. So if you're down there,
Damn,
go
I
check
wish I
it
can
out.
go.
September 7th. I know.
I love things like that. I love barbecues and I love kickback skate events.
Especially in like a different place, like
Totally.
when was the last time you went to Atlanta to fucking hang out or skate? Like it's been a minute.
It's been a while since I've spent some real time. I passed through on my way to California in December and
Oh, yeah,
saw
you told me
everybody for one night. But other
Everybody?
than that, like so many, like J-Ro, Kevin Dowling, Chris
Oh, that's fucking
Smith,
sick.
Julian, so many, Maddie Schrock, so many people came out and just for
Oh, that's
that
cool.
night it was nice
That's really
to see
cool. You got to
everyone.
see
Yeah,
them. Must have felt good
old
being
friends,
back.
it's old friends at this
Yeah,
point.
definitely.
Really
Yeah.
old friends. So it's cool.
Really old friends. Not old, just old friends.
No, I mean, I remember when I would say old friends when I was like 21 and they were like my friends from elementary school or intermediate school or something like that.
Mhm.
But
You turned 21 in Atlanta too, actually.
That was a totally different level to that,
I know.
because I'm freaking old.
We have like friends older than longer than how people are old, if that makes sense at all, I guess. Like kids skating these days, like, yo, I've known you longer than this kid's been alive skating, It is fucking
It messed
crazy.
me up. I got so many 20-year friends now.
Yeah.
And it's straight up from blading, and being in that, everyone I was skating with in Live from New York, that was 21 years ago filmed.
So crazy.
So yeah, keep in touch with all those guys are still my friends.
Yeah.
So all of those people, and there's many more who weren't in that and just in that era.
Yeah, I saw some of them this weekend.
20-year friends. It's crazy.
So sick.
Yeah.
That shows the love that we have in our sport.
One of the perks of getting old,
The perks. There's not many perks.
Yeah,
that's one of them, though.
Many.
We also
get the
have
discount when you get old enough too, so that's pretty cool.
We also have for events this month the What Year Is It and camp. So it's like the ramping camp at like Schmitty's, how he does every year. The What Year Is It, if you don't know by now, which is usually at Woodward, this year is not being held at Woodward, even though there is still a Woodward event happening the weekend before the What Year Is It. But the actual What Year Is It is now at Schmitty's ramping camp thing. So it's in Indiana, September 25th to 27th. It's in Lafayette, Indiana. It has ramps, rails, games, family-friendly activities, wellness sessions, and much more. It's a whole weekend long of just that massive, massive ramp. I'm sure everyone has seen it by now. You can register online at rampingcamp.com, and its prices start at $100 to camp there. There's also different like tiers. You get like a bunk bed in some places. You could rent a cottage in some. But if you use 20% off, you get 20% off if you use code WYII jump RAC. I have the link and everything down in the description. So if you're listening, the code is WYII. Like what year is it? Jump RAC, and you get 20% off your what year is it entry fee. So check that out if you're in the area, if you're in the States and East Coast, Midwest, something like that. Make it out there.
I was really meaning to go there, and then like the COVID thing happened and wasn't able to get out there for everything. But man,
there's a lot of stuff
that we can't get to that ramp. Look at that friggin' thing.
It's huge. I need to do like a serious training before going there.
Yeah, I mean, look at Joe Atkinson. He lived there for like 2 months or 3 months or something like that. By the end, he was just absolutely.
His legs were like this fat.
Insane. Seriously, his thighs are like the size of my freaking torso. Big.
Yeah, ramps like that. It's like the Cloud 9 at Woodward, the Cloud 9 spine ramp. That's like the best mini ever. But if I go there like twice a year, I'm not at all trained to hit that ramp. In like one run, I'm done and I can't fucking skate anymore. So but it's still an experience to skate them. That Schmitty ramp, definitely got to skate that one day. I'm not gonna be able to make it this year because I have work that weekend. But if you are in the area, if you are in the Midwest or East Coast or anywhere in the States and you are able to travel safely, go check out what year is it, September 25th through the 27th. They're also giving away masks there. So they encourage you to practice social distancing and all that crazy 2020 shit.
Yeah. AKA reality, current reality.
Yeah. Let's live in. Do you want to hit him with the spiel and then we'll
yeah. Perfect time for the spiel.
Perfect.
A little bit. So first of all, I just want to say everyone who does follow us and everyone who has listened to go to give us a like. Thank you very much. To those of you who haven't, who are new to the show, if you are, please go to our Instagram, give us a like, go to our Facebook, go to our YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. So when we have episodes like this, like we do sometimes on the cuff, they could just pop up and, give you an alarm and you're like, hey, there you go. I could stop what I'm doing, watch an episode, or just if you're sitting down, check it out. We have an iTunes. Please give us a 5-star rating if you go. Write a review. It helps us bump up the popularity board and pop up in some things. I don't know how it works, but I think it's good for us. So
we get around the world.
Maybe just do that.
Spread lady, spread love.
Not too much trouble. If you're also watching us live right now, please hit the like button. That helps in some way with the algorithms, boost our stuff, and it's cool to get blading up there, boosted up in it. So anything else? Am I forgetting? Facebook, give us a like. All of our platforms. I would appreciate
Instagram,
that.
follow us. We have the 10K contest going on right now, the giveaway. Check it out on our Instagram page. If you don't follow us already, that should be another reason why you follow us on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a little quick contest giveaway for our 10,000 follower landmark or milestone. I said landmark. So check it out on Instagram. We'll have more info on it, but pretty much follow Jump Street on Instagram and subscribe to us on YouTube. You're going to post a clip of yourself referencing a classic clip of your choice and just use hashtag Jump Street Podcast. And the winner will get $100 cash and one of each of our new shirts that we just put out. So also check out the online store, jumpstreetpodcast.com/store. Check it out. The deadline is Tuesday, September 8th. So
I really want to see these submissions because this is such a, wow. Thank you, South Central Blade Club. That's amazing. I really want to see some submissions on this because this contest has such a really cool creative element of it all that you can just have fun with, It's not like a go out, like kill yourself competition, like do the gnarliest thing. Like,
just one trick,
a classic trick from
one trick,
a classic person or someone who's like known in the industry, recreate it, have fun with it. It could be anything from, a set slide to a certain trick, certain way, something's grabbed. But I like the idea of this. We already got one submission.
We have a few now. I checked the hashtag before. So they're really cool. They're really interesting. Even people, when I was at the BPSO this weekend, people are coming up to me like, yo, I have ideas for this already. Like they want to do. So people are getting on it. I'm going to film on it the next couple of days. Hopefully it doesn't rain. It's supposed to rain the next few days, but hopefully I get out there and I can post my own And
creative exercises are so fun.
yeah, it's fun. And I got to
Yeah.
like watch a bunch of like older skate videos too, like trying to get ideas of what to do.
Hmm.
And it was just fun watching old skate videos again too. Fuck it.
I'm doing it this Saturday for sure. I'm gonna get one. I gotta think of one. Watch some old skate videos
Do
to
it. Yeah. Just need like some
figure it
like
out.
rekindling.
Yes,
Watch
I
like some
love
of your
that
favorite sections.
for sure.
Yeah. Oh, should
What's
we
up with
bring
Hip
it?
Bomb?
Oh, hip. What is up with hip
What
bomb?
is up with Hip Bomb? Makes me and my girlfriend sleep through the night, no problem.
That's
I'm running
funny that
out.
you.
I need to
That's
get another
funny that you
re-up.
mentioned it. What's up with hip bomb? Because hip bomb is a sponsor for the episode. Hold on, let me pull up the thing. Boom. Everyone, check out hipbomb.com. 100% plant-based CBD topicals. The hip bomb, you rub it on your sore muscles and joints, have you feeling fresh and good to go the next day. They also have CBD drops. If you want to, take the edge off everyday worries, stress, like Fish said, it helps you with your sleep too. I take it all the time. Billy takes it all the time also.
Yeah, my
And they
girlfriend
also,
takes it. My
yeah,
partner, Corey,
yeah.
lovely
And
partner.
really good stuff. I use it all the time. So definitely highly encourage you to check out hipbomb.com. They also have free samples on the website. If you just want to check them out first, get a little taste of what's going on over there at Hipbomb. Use code JumpStreet at checkout for 15% off your entire order. Hip bomb.
Hip Bomb.
Hip bomb. All right.
Um,
Now
yeah.
are we ready?
So I think we're ready. We have Erod waiting with us.
Oh yeah, you wanted to.
And no, I mean, generally there were a couple things I want because this is kind of weird as the host,
I'm the
talking
host
about
now.
now you're
I'm the
we're
host.
kind of talking about this, and I've always been like weird when it comes to, like
Having it on you.
speaking it on me. I'm happy to put it on someone else. But yeah, it's a cool idea, and I'm interested to talk about this. But there's certainly a few things that I think would be cool to address. So, shit, let's bring Erod in.
All right, let's do it. Let's see. Welcome Erod back to the show. There he is.
Hey, there he is.
Still rolling. Does he know that we're here?
You got
Yo,
us.
E. Wait, I'm gonna wave to him.
We're on,
Yeah.
dude. Sorry, we left you hanging.
All good.
Yep. All right, number 2, Montre number 1, Erod number 2 on the episode.
What's up with it?
Not much, man. How you doing? You're in New York right now, right?
Yeah, I'm in New York. This crazy ass weather.
Why is it crazy? Today was chill.
Today was chill as shit. Rained one day, sunny the next day, raining the next day. Y'all, if this was California, we would have had a fucking earthquake.
We're just waiting for the hurricanes. That's it.
Yeah, word, right?
Yeah, so BPSO looks sick, but I figured this off the cuff. We could kind of talk about the idea how we started to kind of do this VOD, and it had been like a conversation we'd been having for a while, but everything with it. So yeah, and maybe filming process if you wanted to. I don't know. This is off the cuff. You know how it is. New
We're
episode.
freestyling this.
Off the cuff, freestyling this bitch.
That's it.
Well,
Let's
let's just start from the top then. How like Billy, how did you come to like wanting to even film with VOD in the first place? Because it's been forever since you filmed anything or took skating kind of seriously, for that matter, in that sense.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm happy you asked that, because I kind of wanted to address this real quick there, because I think there's, I see a few things people are like, oh, Billy's back. Like, he was gone and then he came back. I didn't really take a break from skating. What had happened was when I was 29 was like the end of the SSM thing. I made a decision to like retire, because I was like, oh, so like leave pro status, because I just wasn't getting paid and I didn't figure I'd want to let anyone use my name for like a $300 a month. So I was like, I'm not going to try to find another sponsor. I'm 29, going to be 30. I'll just retire and I'll skate as I want. So that was kind of the story there. I around 31, 32, I had a really bad shoulder dislocation. And then every time I went to go skate, like it would come out one out of every 2 sessions. So after like 100 dislocations, I was like, I think I got to like not skate, So I didn't skate for like a year and a half. Moved to LA with the band. Bellino, Connor, and Nico. And then when I was in LA, Miguel would come to our place on the weekends. He was living at Woodward, and he would like try to push us to skate. And at that time, we were really focused on music, and I didn't think I could skate anymore because I was like, oh, every time I fucking skate, my shoulder comes out, and it was like it's just incredibly painful. But I was like, I just don't think I can. And then he would just be, come, let's go skate, and be like, nah, probably not. And then like ask again, and then be like, fuck it, let's, I'll go skate. And was way out of shape for one, because I was like drinking beer that whole entire year. And then like
Not moving as
and
much.
I wasn't skating really. I was cycling, but I wasn't skating. It's different muscles. And then but I also didn't like hurt my shoulder, so I figured it was still a good session. And I was like, okay, cool. I was upset at how bad I was at skating, and then I was like, well, let me try to do this when Miguel comes to town, because he was coming like every weekend. So he'd come and go on skate and maybe learn some things back and not hurt my shoulder. And I'm like, oh, cool. That's a good day. Like, let me try to keep having good days. So then I was having more good days, and then I just got fully back into skating, going to these things, session with everyone, but like, starting the podcast, getting fully immersed back in again. So that's the story there, because I'm sorry if that's long-winded, but I kind of just wanted to get into that period, because people like, I was getting some stuff from some people online, like specifically, I'm not going to say his name, but this kid from San Diego, who I'm cool with as well. But he was like, oh, bro, you quit, you left, you turned your back on skating,
How did people think you were gone too? Like, I don't know. We put out, like, when you were in New York, we put out like little edits here and there and stuff. And we were still going, there was little like here and there kind of little tastes.
Yeah.
Mostly for fun, obviously, but
it's like when you're like, who knows? Like, people, it's hard to know things of others when you don't have much information, right? So
yeah, assumptions.
Whatever. Whatever. We start the podcast, doing a thing, but I just remember, I just wanted to address that, because some people are like, oh, you quit, you did this, and that's not actually like what happened.
You turn your back on us, and how dare you come back?
That's just not what happened, right? So I found I was able to skate again, and my shoulder, I think I needed that year and a half for it to heal. And then I was seeing like Erod throughout the time, like, and just the random events, or, I moved to Long Beach. Obviously it's his city. And I just remember seeing Erod, he'd be like, bro, when we doing this VOD, because he was always obviously super active, like, doing the things with just all the media stuff, 9 to 5, everything like that. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. But like on some real level, my like street confidence was like super low. I was probably like, I'll never do that. You know what I mean? I'll never do that. And then the lockdown, something about the freaking lockdown made everyone just be like more into it at skating. And then when I saw him at Powwow, he was like, let's do one, man. Let's do it for real. And I was like, you know what, dude, let's do it. Let's just do it. Like, you live like down the block from me. Let's get this done. So that's the inception story of the beginning of how this VOD started. So
how long were you trying to get Fish to do a VOD for with you?
I'll be trying to holler at all my niggas. I've been trying to do shit with everybody for a minute, but when he moved to Long Beach, see, the thing is, like, everybody started moving into the city, so I try to tap in with everybody as soon as they move in. But the thing is, they all got their own agenda going on. They're busy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because we all live in the same city, but not everybody gets to tap in because they got their own shit going on.
Yeah.
But I think as soon as he moved into the city, I've been trying to get some shit popping, even if it wasn't for his own VOD, even for one of the full-length projects that I make. Yeah, I mean, that's how you and him got some clips in one of my joints. We went to You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
4-4.
Yeah, shit like that. I mean, just trying to include everybody while they're in town.
And we had filmed before, like FOR4 a little bit. So we had like 4, but we had so we had like, obviously like we had like mutual friends, and you were like in the city, but we were like, I was like just missing or just seeing you, but we had like that like strange homie bond, but like through homies, but like we wouldn't like get down that much. And it just got to the point where it was cool, because we were like, let's do this. And I don't know about you, man, but sorry, but I was like, oh man, this is like, I was excited to do it, man. I was like, really, because I don't know, like I said, like I haven't filmed a part in like 7 freaking years, and I was like, oh damn, gonna do some real stuff and like commit to it. So
It's been 7 years, right?
yeah, 7 years, man.
Somebody said, I think Biz said 5, and I popped off like, nah, nigga, it was a 5,
I
7.
saw that too.
I didn't see that. Did
But
Biz
then I was
talk
like,
about it?
I was like, I don't know. I might have fucked up and thinking I know it all. And they pop up some shit, a screenshot of something when it was last uploaded.
Yeah.
It was 5. I was like, fuck, I might have spoke too soon. But yeah, 7.
Yeah. And dude, it's crazy because that trip I did to Tenerife with all the Shredwiser guys and Bina and all them and the guys from Spain and Balas Perdidas and all those guys, like I hadn't hit a down rail for like 5 years or something. And because I was skating a bunch, but I was just like having fun. You know what I mean? I was skating like parks and ledges and stuff like that. And then when I went with those guys, that was like my first real trip to like go back into skating again. And right when I got off the plane, Leon Humphreys was just, first of all, he's my age. And then he was just murdering it, just like so good. And I was like, oh my God, this is like going to be one of those trips. Like people are going to be trying to rip. So I think that was like the prerequisite that got me like some confidence back, you know? And then with E, and then we're at the powwow and I was like, you know what? I think I can do this. So that was like how it started. It's cool.
It's like a drug. Like you hit it once again, and then you're like, yeah, like you probably did like 1 or 2 street sessions. You were like, yeah, this is like fun again, kind of like this has been so long. That's how it was with me anyway. I like the first, like you said, the first down rail, like you haven't hit in so many years. Like I had the same feeling too, and I was like, yo, street skating is like fun. Like we would get stuck in the skate park so much, but like you go out in the streets, and that's like why we loved it in the first place, and it's so fucking fun. So at that point, I'm sure it's just like a snowball effect into like wanting to go out and film and naturally just progress on the streets again.
Yeah, you know what it was, dude? It was like, okay, when I got back in, like when I started skating again with Miguel, and I realized I was like how much I sucked. Like I was like, I'm not, like I was missing like fish brain stalls and quarter pipes and things like that, like the basics, what I think is the basics to me. And I was like, oh man, like, so when I got back, it was mainly to like maintain, keep health, and like keep being able to move and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The street skating aspect is like a completely other thing, because when I was just like skating and like moving and, oh cool, I could feel my body, I'm flexible again, I'm getting some good movement. And the street skating just like brings out this other, it's another thing to me. So it's just like that brings out another, as E can tell you, like the process for filming like my tricks is like this. It's like what I call like this like blue collar kind of blading. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like a first try guy, especially.
Yeah, what's blue collar blading? Explain that, because I saw you posted it today yesterday on Facebook. I'm like,
no, it's just like my theory. Okay, like if you're like, you know, there's just those guys that just go out and like, you know, land things first try, super technical. They go out with like a clean shirt on, they skate rip all day, go home with a clean shirt on, just like impeccable. I've never been like that. So I'm just like, I always like, I'm like, you know, Franco-ish, like, you know, like you got to like bust your ass a little bit before you like land the trick.
Yeah.
Or like, I got to go through something like, right, E? Like the process of like, every time I'm trying to film a trick, it's like such a stressful endeavor.
You gotta
right?
understand though, the level of trick that you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's different. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to thug it out in order to get it, but you ain't going to thug it out unless you're trying some thug shit.
That's true.
That's a good point. I guess that's a part of it. But at like every trick that I filmed for this part and like almost every part, there's like this adrenaline fear thing that doesn't exist when like I'm skating a ledge or skating a park and having fun. That's just true fun. And there's this pressure. There's this like, you know, anticipation of getting hurt. There's expectation of me wanting to live up to a certain level that I expect. And to be real, when I'm doing the hammers or when I was doing some whatever is relative to a hammer in that part, a lot of this went through my head a lot, and it's not good to have this go through your head. But you know, Shima, his last part, he took himself out of skating for good, and that's the thing that like resonates with me heavy, because he was and always has been that friggin' guy. You know, he's Superman. That's him, you know? And then he had this level he expected from himself, and he like took himself out, like, you know, and it was heartbreaking. My heart still feels for him all the time. And when I was filming that part, or any hammer trick that's scary, you can get hurt on. Even seriously at this point, like a down rail. Like if I'm skating a down rail, I'm just like, oh, fair, get caught up, bang my head. Like, you know what I mean? Shit. Like I've had head issues. Whatever.
Yeah, you've had like real injuries too,
Sure.
like serious shit.
So it's like, it was like the endeavor was like this stressful, challenging endeavor with this thing in the back of my head. Like, don't, do that. Like, because I want to continue to enjoy this thing that we all love and share and things like that. But so that being said, yeah, the process before each trick, I had like all these thoughts running through my head, and I'm just like, ah. So like to the beginning, it's funny because like I had like, my partner Corey, her mom saw it, and she's a really sweet lady, and a few other people who were like outside of the blade world saw it, who were like, and there's at the beginning just the cursing and all the profanity and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And just like the like,
they don't know you like that.
Yeah, it's funny because like part of me is like embarrassed by that. I'm like, oh, it's a little embarrassing, but also I'm like, that is some deep meditational shit right there. Like that's some like channeling energy, because there, when you're just in your normal state, and like you go up to like a hammer, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna do that, big trick. You gotta like get yourself to that point.
Definitely.
However,
was talking about. Remember that shit Macho was talking about? That switch he was talking about?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It on,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm at the bottom of whatever the fuck it is that you're doing,
yeah,
I'm looking at you, turn the switch on, fool.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh shit.
But dude, it's funny. It's funny you brought up Manche, because like on that Manche episode, we were talking about, he has the power to just be like, do you know what I mean? He's like on saying at like on his chill level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Manche's another animal, but still, like, you do the same thing too. And I've skated with you forever, and I filmed sections with you for like decades almost by this point.
Yeah,
and there is that mode
process.
Yeah, like when I in the beginning of the VOD, when there is all the cursing and screaming and shit, I'm like, oh yeah, that is Billy. I just haven't like experienced you like that in so long. Like that is you.
And
the
it's
inner
tough
beast
still
in you
being
came
that, because I'm freaking 36.
Yeah.
Like imagine that. Like if I was like just a layman or random person like outside, you know what I mean, didn't know anything about skating, walking by some guy, long hair, tattoos on the top of the fuck this shit, like cursing left and right, I'd be like, what the hell is that? Like, and there are times that I'm just like, yeah, like I said, it's a bit embarrassing at times, but it's like, for me, like just how to like kind of build up to that. You know what I mean? That process.
I feel like you see your maturity in the video too, because in the beginning, when you're getting kicked out by that guy and you like go and do the trick and you're like, hey, hyped, whatever. But I feel like if that was Billy 10, 15 years ago, you would have been like, gone down and wanted to fight the guy or something.
Man,
like,
outside the house. That's for damn sure.
Was that his house?
Yeah.
That guy's house?
Lived downstairs. Yeah.
See, that's like kind of reason to warrant that kind of attitude, whatever. But it looked like you were just in and out. Was it like a first try trick?
It was you want me to tell him?
Yeah, please. I'll let you tell us.
We went by the first time, and that dude was watering. The first day we went there, that dude was watering the fucking plants and some shit. So we slid off, and we came back maybe a week later, some shit. And it was crickets. It was straight. So we went to the top, and he like, when you try to just check the slide, see how if it's gonna slide or not.
Mm-hmm.
Get one of those, but he ran down the stairs a little bit with skates on. So the
loud
ass noise. The lady upstairs came out, and she was chill. She was like, "What you doing?" And she was cool with it.
Yeah, her grandmother owned the building.
Her grandmother owned the motherfucking building, right? And then the dude downstairs comes out, and was like, "What are you guys doing?"
He's like a tenant.
Tripping on the girl upstairs, like, your grandma would be upset.
Because he's like a tenant of like 20 years, he's like a longtime tenant and knows the grandma, and the granddaughter's like, yeah, it's cool, rip, go for it,
And then the granddaughter, see, the thing is, that clip was long as shit. I couldn't really play too much of it, but she's like, he said he'd fix it if he messes anything up. Right? So fucking
I would have too. I was like, hey, I work at a paint store. If I mess up the paint, I'll just come back and paint it.
Yeah. So the dude was like, you know what? You got one try and that's it. Get out. And Fish is like, damn, like that. He's like, yes. And you can see it, like he's got his hands on his hips and shit.
What's he gonna do anyway?
Yeah.
Like, what was that guy gonna do? Like, he's up there.
Apartment building.
Gonna call the police.
Yeah, like, that's nothing. or let him lace this sick trick.
But what am I gonna do? I'm 36. What am I gonna do? Hey, fuck you, buddy. I need to grind this. Like, I'm like, oh shit, I am at this guy's house.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. He calls the police. I'm clearing it because I ain't
100%.
I can't be around no shit like that.
Hell no, man. That'll be embarrassing to get in trouble for something like that.
So that was like first shot. Like you just
technically.
Technically, because I had like a test up first, and then I'd run down the stairs, and then he's like, oh, you got to do it. And I was like, okay, we got to do it. But I wanted to obviously do more than that on it. That's why when I rolled, I was like, that's what we got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was thinking of a few cooler tricks just because the obstacle run up was horrible, but just like.
Hold on. The people on the other side of that alley knew fucking some other rollerbladers from the city. And they were like, oh, you guys know Nice Guy Vinny? And which is Vinny. I forgot fucking Vinny's last name. But yeah, long story short, the people next door knew some bladers as well. It's a small.
Yeah, Vinny. Nice Guy Vinny, right?
Nice Guy Vinny, yeah.
Dude,
Nice guy.
I think his last name is like
nice
Magalhães or something Brazilian. He's like, but that's another guy. It's a random story, but I was just like at a bar when I first came here, I got a messenger job, and I had a job, and I had to go to a bar. Went to a bar on the job, and he was like, "Oh, Billy O'Neill." Anyway, random story. This guy Vinny, and he happens to be like this old school blader from Long Beach.
Damn.
Funny story.
That's not too common these days to run into like somebody who knows another blader or something like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't want to like obviously spoil anything in the VOD, but can I can post like show like screenshots and shit, right? I know Billy, you posted some before because there's like a couple of things that I feel like might be cool.
I didn't know you were
discuss and talk about. Yeah, let me see. So this is the one when you showed me this VOD, when I saw it, I was like, this is the first trick. I was like, oh, like so good. And it's just like a 3 mistrial on a down round. But the way you do it is something that doesn't come off even in the screenshot in the picture. But it's just like I told you why I liked it too, because you came up on the far side, which like quote unquote traditionally isn't the right way to do it. But that's the only trick that works for. And you fucking did it and you said you wanted to do it that way.
Well, no, because like that was like the idea. Like whatever, I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's the idea behind the trick, but it was like I was like, oh, it would be cool to do like a 270 backside mistrial, and just like by the time you're in the middle of the rail, it's like you're on like a top side mistrial, and you just kind of far side over it.
Yeah.
And like I think it was cool because I think when we were making the part, like we were trying to be, and he was like sending me some of my tricks, and we were talking about things that were missing, like oh well, we could use a wall ride, or we got to skate some ledges. We haven't really got any of these things, so we were trying to be like conscious of that. But it was really funny to see, interesting to see like some of the favorite tricks that people were. First of all, got like a crazy amount of support I didn't expect. Straight up brought me to tears a couple of times. I was like getting choked up. I was like, shit.
I was going to ask that about the feedback and everything, what people have been saying.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I know E had this too, and I'm actually curious to ask him about the messages he got. But some of the messages that I got were like that were the most like heavy. Yeah, there's a few I don't even know if I could talk, but there was like I got messages from like Happy was saying it was like super inspiring, which I was like, I'm just an old guy doing the same old tricks. Like, I know I'm not changing the game by any means, and I wouldn't claim that. Like, I'm not. But I just kind of. But then I got one from like Ben Schwab, and he's like a really good friend of mine. I hadn't seen him in a while. I got really into music, and he just got really far away from rollerblading, and he was like, "Dude, like, you're in LA. I need to rollerblade with you. Like, I want to skate again." And so like messages from like those kind of my peers who had like fallen out of skating because of whatever, but like, dude, I want to skate with you. Where are you? Like, let's skate. Like, and I'm like, damn, like that's cool. So like that those were like the kind of messages. Like I got a message from Shima that was like, actually, I'll mention it. I'm not sure if he'll mind or not, but he was like, dude, your part was awesome. It makes me wish I could rollerblade.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I was like,
how you reply to some shit like that? Thanks, dog.
Yeah,
I almost wish I didn't hear that.
I was just like, dude, thank you so much. I really wish you could do and You know,
Fuck.
I'll also say this. You know, he couldn't. He's been not to go. Yeah, I maybe shouldn't have mentioned that. That was a bit sad. but you know what it was. He was playing shows at Skookum for a while, and he was sitting down on a chair. He wasn't even able to stand for years playing shows.
Wow.
So he's not only at Powwow was he able to stand like during an hour and a half set, but earlier in the day he went down the snake run on his rollerblades, which we never thought he would have been able to do. He went out with Miguel one time to Woodward, and so he's never gonna be like that. But I truly believe that he'll always like, and he's a rollerblader for life, whether he puts blades on ever again or not. Like, you know, but he's like one of the biggest. Yeah, he comes into my head a lot. You know, he's a sick guy.
That's cool getting messages from people like that too. Like Happy, like you getting hyped to fucking skate, and like if Ben Schwab came back because of you, that's fucking awesome too.
Yeah,
she must hyped on it.
I wouldn't say because of me, but like for example, I was really inspired to do a part by Leon's devotion part, because Leon, no offense to the younger skaters, I am so pumped to see younger skaters, but when I see skaters my age like putting in work, it's like it makes me like look in the, you know, metaphorical mirror and be like, damn, why they're doing it. Yeah, I'm making excuses. Like,
Leon makes it look easy too. That's like an unfair comparison. He makes it look too easy.
Leon, man, anyone who knows or skated with Leon, that guy goes to war for his tricks. He's a blue collar blader, like a MF, man. He really is. Like he goes to war for all of his clips. So like that was the thing I saw in Tenerife, just his drive, his devotion. So his devotion part, and that made me want to do a part. So then like I made this little part, and I'm not saying, but it would be cool if we saw like, you know, Ben Schwab get a clip.
Yeah, exactly.
At Sunday
clip,
brunch,
right?
It's like sweet, like awesome, like that's worth it, you know. And
that would be worth it.
What about you, E? I'm curious. Like, did you get some cool messages?
Hell no, nobody want to talk to me.
Oh, really?
I don't fuck with you.
I'm about to say. That was sad.
I got a bunch of them, bro. I got, you know, the thing is that fucking the homies, the automatic homies are gonna hit me up regardless. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's just regular. But it's the people that I don't speak to frequently or at all when they say some shit, because they don't even bother. They don't know me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when they go out of their way to say, hey, what's up, man? That shit was fire. That's the reason why they're reaching out. Ain't no other reason. We wouldn't be speaking if it wasn't for that.
Yeah. Dude, and that's
you know
another.
What I mean?
I was like really, honestly, super happy with the work you did on it, because I was like kicked back and I was like, well, obviously, like me and you come from different styles of like edits and visions and skating, right? So, and I've always dug your style. But you know, we obviously have different music influences and different paths.
Is that like you had the song choice already, so it was easy for me to fucking just plug and play the shit.
But you did an incredible job with it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
is that this was another thing. Like Biz was like, I thought it was gonna be like a rap video.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Right. Yo, people forget, my nigga. Let me remind y'all. The first Letter Gang section I've ever made was the fucking R&B, The Weeknd, before everybody knew who the fucking Weeknd was. You know what I'm saying? That's R&B, bro, singing. Nothing to do with rap music. So I like to keep shit versatile. Even a lot of the edits that I was doing for who the fuck was it for? I don't know if for USD or Razors, but I was using like a lot of different type of music to try to like stir away from that stigma of like, oh, he's into the rap shit, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But just trying to make it so that it's versatile. You know what I mean? Most importantly, so that it fits the person who's skating.
Absolutely.
You can't use certain shit for some people skating.
Yeah, like you work with Chris Farmer all the time. Like you know, you're not gonna put the same tunes you'd put to someone else to Chris. Like it won't Chris.
Fit. Their energy and their presence doesn't match the song that you know what I'm saying? So it has to be cohesive. You know what I'm saying? And that's how shit really. And another thing, not to downplay the shit, but this was a real easy section to film. I don't think people understand. Yeah, I'm not saying the tricks were easy, but dog, this dude would go to work, right? Get out of work, hit me, be like, yo, what's up? You good? I'll be like, yeah, we'll meet up, get 2 tricks, then he'll go home and go to work the next day, bro. It ain't like we're having fucking sessions for hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, so, we had like some, man, that's another thing about it. Yeah, I was working full time. I work like mornings to afternoon, and you normally work nights, like super late nights. Just your schedule. We just have like opposing schedules, so we'd be like trying to like meet up, and he'd be like, "Yo, I got till 7," or he'd be like, "I can skate at 6 for like 6 to 8 or something like that." And I'd be like, "Okay." So we did most of this, which is crazy. I'm actually kind of shocked from it because like the only person who I've seen do this successfully is like Frankie, but we were actually able to get a lot of clips in Long Beach.
Yeah.
It's such a hard place to film. Like AJ, it's like we came here with tours before, like the Straight Jacket tour, been like in Long Beach and just been like stuck with spots. It's just like
Striking
hard
out.
to.
Yeah, striking out.
Why is it always
Everything's
like the
been
same shit or?
well. It's just like it's like a city with like this downtown that's just been skated for since like the 90s.
Yeah.
So like it's just been all these spots have been like, all the heavy hitters live there.
On top of
Happy,
that, Frankie fucked everything up.
Frankie, Jake, like it was just
Everything.
everyone was living in the city, so like everything had been ripped, so
Mhm.
we had like that challenge, but and just go and be like, okay, cool, we got like a couple of spots.
Look,
And
I'll give you an idea. The screenshot that you just pulled up of the 3 mistrial,
Mhm.
that's the spot. That's Poly High School. That's the spot that fucking Aaron
Skate
Feynman
forever.
board slid.
yeah,
Yeah.
in the
It's
Senate
Stanfest.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in 2001.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So these
Yeah.
spots, there's nothing new. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it's
So-
cool seeing like, especially because you're from New York, to see someone like you hit at some of these classic spots because no one really seen you skate them. It's like
Yeah.
bringing fucking Feinberg to New York City and having him skate in New York. No one's seen that. He could do the same shit, but it's
Okay.
just like a cool different scenery.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. So for like my ender, right, which was the Macchio
Mhm.
to Gap, right,
Mhm.
on the rail that kind of went like this, right. So we're there, and like I just remember like because I'd be riding around in Long Beach forever, and I'm like just always passing by that spot. It's like right, not far from downtown, this main area. And I'd be like, yo, like what tricks have been done on that? Like, do you know what I mean? Because it's just like one of those spots that calls for it,
Mhm.
And I would just go up there for a while and just like stand at the top, maybe like I had a couple of beers on like on my bike, and I'm like, oh man, like what the hell what can you do on this thing, and just all that for a while, and then we'd went there one time, and I went to try something else, the rail to the rail.
Yeah, that
and
wasn't the original trick, right?
No, I went to try the rail to the rail first, and when I missed the rail, I landed on like the second step, like
Yeah.
without even trying, and he was like, yeah, you just gap that. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, gap it. It's like way sicker. And I was like, all right, shoot. So I tried to bruise my heel, couldn't skate for like 2 weeks. I was like, nice. So I was out for a bit.
Damn, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Like, and I was like, all right, I gotta sit back, take my humble pie again, and then whatever. So the Sunday brunch guys, sometimes in Long Beach, we'll do like a Thursday night where we'll have a couple of beers in someone's yard or whatever. So we're like out Thursday with like Jeff and Cruz, and we're having some beers, and they were like, hi, how's your part coming? I was like, good. I got this freaking trick that's haunting me, I want to do, and it's just like holding a occupancy in my mind, and I can't get rid of it. It's just like I want it to be not in my mind anymore. And they were just like, yeah, go do it tomorrow. And I was like, yeah, you know what, I will do it tomorrow after work. So this is like a Monday through Friday
They're
work
doing
week.
hammers after work.
Right. So it's a Monday through Friday work week. I at work, I end up doing some physical labor, right? So I'll be kind of like, sometimes I could be tired after work, but so it's the Friday. And I'm like, I said I text Erod at like noon at work at like lunch. And I was like, you good today? He's like, let's do it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. The pressure's on. Let's go. So, yeah, ended up just going to the spot.
Which
And
is
I just
crazy because I tried to take you to a warm-up spot and you were like, no.
No,
I don't
warm
want to
up.
think about nothing else. I'm like,
No.
no, I mean, this ain't, you don't put your skates on and do this shit unless, I mean, Julian Bob is one of the other people that I see do this type of shit, but no one really wants to just put them on and do that. You go on
Yeah.
the sidewalk a little bit of some shit just to get the blood. I don't know, get the, the shit flowing, get
Definitely.
the energy going.
yeah.
He's like, nah, I don't want to think about nothing else.
Damn,
Bro,
straight to
it was
that.
haunting me. It was haunting me for like weeks since I couldn't land it. Like, and I was like, will I be able to do it? I don't know. It's pretty heavy. So I went, and I was like, all right, today's the day we go. I'm like, no. He tried to take me to a warm-up spot. I was like, no. And yeah, that clip is that still is hilarious.
How the fuck?
Yeah,
After you're done with that, you got to explain this.
Okay,
That's
so
like crazy.
so what I did was actually like I hand up topsoil that rail just to kind of get my blood flowing for a second, and it was fine. And I was like, okay, cool. And I'm actually happy I didn't transfer to the rail because I would have been obviously
would have
screwed,
collapsed.
right? So I tried the trick a bunch, and I literally tried this trick like over the rail. Like what Erod, how many times do you think? Like 12?
More than that, dog.
Like 15?
Like 15 at least.
Like 15. So I had like the whole work week, Monday through Friday. You're tired at the end of a work week, right? What do you want on Friday? You want a beer. You want to chill.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, let's get to this freaking spot. So tried it like 3 or 4 times, jumped over the rail, and just like same things happen. I'm just like smashing, falling forward, like not being able to do it, smashing, falling back. I'm like, oh my God, it's like the impact was pretty big just for how steep the rail is. I don't know.
Wait, so you made it to the gap 15 times at least?
15 times. That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
gapped it like 15 times.
15 times.
Yeah. Like maybe the B-roll will come out later, but yeah, dude, I tried that. And on top of the day, I probably tried that thing like 18 times combined, like, you know, over gapping
2
it.
days. Yeah.
Gapping it. Yeah. So, but that day I tried like 15 before I landed it.
Oh,
hence the reaction at the end. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like jumping over, eating dirt. Right. And I did like maybe the 6th try. I just like go up the stairs. I grabbed the rail and it just fell out. I was like, are you kidding me?
Who built that shit?
And then for a second I was like, oh, maybe we could do it without the rail. Probably a bit easier. And then I was like, no, ruins the trick.
Yeah.
The rail needs to be there. So we're like going through this stuff, trying to get the rail stuffed in, and
rocks and trees and the shit.
Oh my God. And it was so hot and there's no shade up there. So I'm just like, see that little patch of shade, like along the stairs there. I was like trying to like hide there for like 5 seconds to like recharge for a second before I went up to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like eating dirt. And if you ended up getting my part and seeing the part, like you'll see an attempt I land at the end, kind of in the credits, where like I don't land it cleanly, and I was like almost gonna take that, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, you can't take that. So I went up and ate crap another 5 times, and then landed it. And so the point of that whole story was I had like adrenaline going, right? And Erod and Tim were there, and they were like, hey, do you want to you feeling good? Let's go get some other spots. And I was like, yeah, right. And then like I sat in the car and I was like, oh no, I can't. And so what happened was I went home and I was like, finished, right? And I just laid on, I took like the hottest shower and just like laid there on the bathtub floor, just like let the heat hit me. I'm dead. And then I woke up the next Saturday. I straight up couldn't move. Like I was like I was walking around the house like Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't do anything with that entire day. And then the next Sunday, that Sunday after, I was like just regular sore. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna chill now. Maybe I'll get a couple beers. Okay, cool. I'm sore. Whatever, we get through this. And then straight up back to work. So that like right after work, hammer mission, like destroyed my weekend.
Yeah, it took your whole weekend out.
Yeah, and I was done with it at like 6 p.m. on Friday, but the recovery wasn't until like Monday morning where I was fresh to go back to work.
Well, it was like landing forward that many times too, because I feel like landing fakie doesn't hurt as much as landing forward, but to land forward, just smacking your feet on the ground so many times.
Yeah.
Do you think that or not? I don't know. I feel like
forward
landings hurt more.
Yeah, but you know what? It just called for it. Do you know what I mean?
So many times.
No, this spot just called for forward, because.
Just no, definitely, yeah.
Because it's just like kind of like a thin path.
Yeah.
Right. So like, I was just like, caveman. Let's caveman this.
You're on the rail for a second too. You don't really have much time to do
like
much.
This.
Yeah.
It's like this and it's painted and
it's painted too.
Yeah, it's painted, it's steep, and you have to just like stand on and jump off. So
after I saw that rail come out, I would have second guessed the Macchio part of it. Like, oh, is this rail gonna break now when I jump on it?
Yeah. No.
Now that you think about it, like, oh shit, maybe I should.
It was a high energy moment.
Yeah.
Which is cool because we all, we all like Tim and help, like, having someone there too is huge because there are a few times me and E went out and we got some stuff done, but just having someone else there is always a huge help.
Mm-hmm.
When one's filming, one skating, got someone else to like kind of hype or skate with you, whatever.
Yeah.
But just
more motivation.
That energy that like we had in that moment after that was so friggin' sick. It was worth it. It lasted for a little bit there. It was nice. Yeah.
That's good. So you like, what's it like doing hammers at 30, 36 now?
Yeah, it's just
Hammers
like
at
that.
36 is
It's just
fucking-
like that.
Crazy.
Yo, fucking 10 years ago, would you be like, yo, I'm gonna be doing hammers at 36 still? And who knows? You could be doing it again at 46. Who knows?
No, but I always wanted to do a true fish at 40 on a rail. So when I get to 40, I want to true fish a rail.
You got that.
We'll see.
I think you got that.
We'll
you
see.
You do them.
I gotta
you do
get
them,
there first.
Yeah, you do the true fish and the true top ones too easy to like not have it. And only 4 years away. Time's flying now.
I don't know. Like I said, when I took that year and a half off with Miguel, I couldn't do a fish brain stall. So
Yeah.
it's one day at a time, like an alcoholic.
No more time off for you.
Yeah, exactly.
No more time
Bro,
off.
another thing though, not for nothing. This dude did the hammers first.
Oh yeah.
People start their shit with the the smaller tricks, so that way if they get hurt on a hammer, you've already stacked up. If you start with hammers and you fucking kill yourself so far, I mean that's it. You ain't filming nothing else.
You would have had one sick Instagram clip if that was the
That's
case.
it. You feel me? You mean? No, I knocked out all of those, got them out the way, and then did the other shit.
No, I know this is gonna sound, and maybe I'm being a bit self-indulgent telling like all these kind of stories, but one of the like there's like a little formula to the section making, and the formula for me is like, well, you want to film a section like, okay, so this is how like I think about it. Like you see a trick you want to do, a badass trick, right? Like that Macchio, and you're like, I want to do that, or I want to start with this or whatever. Like, and then you kind of like, oh, let's film this trick. And you film the trick and then you start this and you'd be like, oh, cool. I have a trick now. The trick that I wanted to do. That's badass.
Huh.
How am I going to put it out? I guess I got to film a section now. Right?
And
so like,
what else are we going to do with it?
Right. So like that's kind of how I did the Haitian part, because like I wanted to do the Gap to Soul at Stadium. At a freaking
Stadium.
at
Staples Center.
Staples.
I don't know what they call
right?
it, but
yeah, Staples. And so like that was like one of the first things I filmed. No, that was the first thing I filmed. And then
was it? That was the first trick.
No, that was the first thing I filmed. And they were just like, oh well,
now you got to film a section.
we got to do a part. We like we're kind of doing. But so I like doing make a long stupid story that I can't articulate short. I like to do like some hammers in the beginning, and then you kind of just piece it together in the middle. And then when you're looking at what you have, you can assess what you need, and then
fill in the gaps.
Do that at the end, and that's it. If you needed one more or two more hammers, you do it. If not, you're like, oh, cool, because I don't know. I don't think it's not. I'm like a person who feels pressure. So if like I just have some cool tricks and I know I have to do some hammers at the end, I'm like that Macchio I was talking about, that weight of like, oh, it's the hammers are haunting me. That's why I just want to get it out of the way. It's done.
Yeah,
we're past it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like I wonder who else thinks like that, because I feel like no one else thinks like that. Everyone wants to get like all their lines in, the safe tricks, the down rail stuff, and then hammers at the end. And I know you filmed sections like that too in the past, so it's like I don't know, the maturity of you now or something like that. I don't know. It's just a completely different mentality than other people. You told me you would like send me pictures throughout like quarantine and stuff of like stuff you were filming, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like this is the shit you're doing still? Like
you freaking kidding me?
You kidding me?
No,
this guy, you see this guy right here? You see this guy right here?
Look at this freaking guy. This guy's looking like he's 18 years old over here.
And you were motivating the shit out of like me and like Abdiel. I mean, I know like I was talking between like you and Abdiel like a lot during that time, and it was just like seeing everybody like skating street again, because he's been posting street clips also, and see like everybody doing this is like
every clip he does.
Yeah, everything he does,
every
right?
Single trick he does.
Yeah, so motivational too, and it's like a weird way for us to hype each other up without like we're in completely different parts of the world now. He's in Puerto Rico, I'm in New York, you're in LA, but like we were still able to hype each other up and get and motivate each other. Shooter too. Shooter's part of that group also. He's been like hitting rails, like kink rails and shit too. So, and he says that like people like you were like motivating him to do that shit. I
have street clips of Jeff Frederick in my DMs hitting kink rails.
Yeah.
Straight up, like
Frederick sliding in your DMs.
Dude. Side note. Whoa. Yeah, come on.
Whoa.
I know y'all can hear me, my fault.
Speaking of VODs, my boy's doing one right now. John Bellino. Wow. I'm just gonna say this. I'm happy ours came out first, You know.
Oh, we plugging shit in, man. I'm about to have a whole last 2 minutes of plugging shit in after we done with this.
All right. Well, we're not at the end yet. We'll let you go soon, but you feel free to plug as you want. I see a question in the chat from older Blading that
let's do questions. We do questions with Billy on.
Yeah, we could do questions now because this is off the cuff. We don't have to do a forever thing. But should I do this? I mean, you're the host now.
Go for it. Yeah, I mean, and you could actually pick which questions you want to
cool.
answer, I guess, too. But you have to do super chat ones though.
Yeah. Okay. Older Blading said, Billy, how many tries did that Macchio says to fish take?
That's another thing.
How shitty was that day in that spot?
Which fucking trick?
He asked about the Macchio to cess
to
fish.
Dog. That shit. All right. First of all, that's like a swimming pool area. So there's no trees. There's no fucking shade.
None. No shade.
Nothing. So, right. It's hot as hell.
I probably got skin cancer this day.
Man.
I see you didn't get a tan that day.
No.
You just got burned.
That's a drone shot. The first one. Yeah. I don't know if people pay attention to this shit, but the first time he did it, he came off to the right. Right? The regular way. And that was with a drone shot. The second time he did it, he came off to the left, which is the revert side.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
but dude, that day, okay, so just to, we're talking stories now, but that day this is our last day of filming. And me and E kept missing each other for like 2 weeks as he was super busy working and I was busy. And we really needed to get one last session in. And he was like going to New York. So like, this was like our only day. So it was like, oh, we have to have a full day. So we go to that like down rail that like I did like a couple tricks on like tree and E tree from far from that. Actually, first trick I tried on that rail, I
mad casual.
Yeah. First.
This joint? Oh, hold on. That's not the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
So that spot, the second trick I tried on that, there's an underbar with a corner on it. And I hit my rib on the bottom underbar on like, I just tried a front far fit and I got this bink, hit that. And I was like, bruised my rib, possibly cracked it. It felt insanely bad today. Like I made a move and I was like, oh, it feels weird. But anyway, so skated that spot, saw Brian Kanoski.
Oh, that was the spot.
Brian Kanoski was like shooting photos of a car. Some like photographer was like, hey, yeah, this guy's a famous rollerblader right here. I was like, who's that? Brian Kanoski. Oh, Brian Kanoski. What's up, man? Billy O'Neill. He's like, oh, how's it going? Yeah, that was nuts. So I was like, oh, random. Cool, man. It's a good energy day. So then we were like trying to find spots. We're going through downtown LA. We're kind of getting kicked out of some spots, having issues finding parking. And I was like, you know what? We got some rail clips. We got almost everything we need. We don't have some like ledge tricks. Let's go to this spot. It's fun. Dude, it was like hot as all hell as you could ever imagine. There's no shade anywhere. There's like this, it's hard to describe when you're in a place with a fan right now to like, cause I'm describing it in words and this is like a feelings thing, but it was just like super, super duper hot and I was tired and just got a couple of tricks. That Macchio to fish probably took maybe 20 tries or something like that. 25 on some blue collar blading. You know what I mean?
That's not bad. I don't think that's a slippery trick.
Yeah, but I was trying to do that Savannah to topsoul, which I didn't really get. But at that point, dude, E was there. He was filming and he was dying. He was standing there filming. He was like, yo, this sucks.
This shit was so bad. It was so bad that we had daylight and we were planning to go on another spot. After that, we were only supposed to pull up to just skate that and hit another spot. Yep. After that spot, we called it. We were like, fuck it, this is it.
You were like, nope. It killed us. I had to like go in the shade. I went in the shade and I felt like I jumped in a pool.
Yo, what's with this global warming shit's fucked up. It's been like that in New York too. Like kids are getting like heat strokes at sessions.
There's fires going on in Northern California.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know if that shit had any effect on the shit, but it was hot it was really hot, bro.
Yeah.
Really hot.
It was crazy hot that day.
And that was what, Sunday, right?
That was Sunday, and you went to New York on Monday.
Yeah, so Peep, we filmed that Sunday. I woke up the next day, had shit to do with my family and shit. Got home, worked on the section from I think like 7 p.m. to like 10. Packed my shit, went to the airport because I knew once I got to New York, I wasn't gonna have a computer. I couldn't edit it. You feel me? I couldn't do nothing to it. So I literally knocked that out. Jumped on the fucking plane, came out here, then we dropped it, and then, I mean, it is what it is now.
You got a lot of fire last clips.
Yeah, It was
Those
just
down rail clips too. That was another one. Like when I saw that, I'm like, yo, he's still doing True Unity and True Front Bar on down rails. Like, what the
Too
fuck?
far came first try. He just didn't like
That was
it.
first shot. Damn.
Nah, that one wasn't first shot. He landed it first try and he didn't like it. So he did it
Damn.
again. And I'm sitting here like, bro, I fuck around and land any true five.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
wrap.
no, me too.
On a handrail, I'm taking it. Let's go.
Oh, dude. Well, first of all, shout out Colin Davenport for 100 in the super chat. Thank you so much for the support.
Yeah, that's insane.
But a funny story. Okay, might as well tell this since we're telling funny stories about the part I have one. So before, when I just had like the clips in a timeline, and it was missing like 7 clips that I ended up getting later, which was that day of skating and another spot like the back row Trumock, right? So I just had those clips. I sent it to Casey Garrity and also Austin Paz. I mean, not Austin Paz, John Bellino. John Bellino. So those 2 people. And Casey was like, "Oh, this is great, man. People are gonna love it. Everything looks good. Awesome." I was like, "Cool. Like, please give me your honest opinion, whatever." Like, and I don't send it to be like, "Oh yeah, it's great." Like, seriously, give me your honest opinion. So I sent it to John, and John was like, "Oh, it's cool." Like, Then I was hanging out. Then I was hanging out with John said it was sick. He said like that, right? And then I hung out with him the next day, and he was like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's like, I think that you should take out the gap to Royale. He's like, take that out.
Yeah, why was that out?
Because John
John
requested
said
it to be out. And
it wasn't fully out, but it was like not
he was
part
like,
of the
that
main
landing's
section.
not really solid, and it doesn't look good. And I was like,
That's not your fault. It's the grass.
yeah, it's kind of my fault too. It's like whatever. And I was like, yeah, you got a point. And he was like, you just gotta, the landings, And I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. I got it. And he was like, all right, cool. So that's why when I went out that last Sunday, I was like, dude, let's get started early. I need some clips. John is about to shit on me if I don't get some clips. So by the time when I first hit the rail and I hit my ribs, I was like on the floor like, oh, did I break my ribs? Oh, cool. And I was like, you know what? Perfect. I'm already hurt. Let's try some hard tricks. Right? It's hard to me. Like, you know what I mean? On like it was kind of steep square rail. It was kind of hard for me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. We've already fallen, and we already got like the adrenaline button has been pushed.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can just kind of try with like the lower risk bit.
You need that wake up sometimes. That wake up feels good though. Sometimes to do that. I had one of those the other day too. I was like, oh, I kind of needed that though. Slapping you in the face, Yeah,
it's like the Mickey slapping Rocky.
Yeah.
Come on, Rocky. You know what I mean? It's like that.
I see. Yo, I know Chad's there right now, and Chad, you've been winning a lot of money lately on these contests and events. You better up that $1.99 right there, yo.
My dog right here. Look at him, bro. He's stacked up. Go ahead.
Yeah, Chad.
He's stacked up. Come on. Everybody in the comments tell us to stop being cheap. Run that cash.
$4.
Dude.
How much you want?
No, dude, Chad.
How much did you win this weekend?
A stack.
A stack and 40. And then what was it? I beat you, right?
Yeah. You're done.
Last week at I roll in one.
Turn that camera, E. Turn that camera away from him.
Oh dang! He beat you?
It's been a good week. Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
So Chad,
I guess it's a good week if anyone beats me.
You're telling me you flew into New York, came in, beat this man in his own city.
No, he didn't get to do that technically. He beat me before he came here.
No, we're talking about the
roll
NY contest. But just so you know, had he been in the BPSO, I would have also beaten him in that.
Oh, you hear this dude?
Wow.
Yeah, I'll give him that one because I don't like that park.
Yeah.
But I was about to bust that ass on those Fifth Elements though, so you don't want none of me on that.
You were really.
He didn't want that smoke.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? All right. By now, people already probably seen the trick that he did on the fish rain stall on that gate. Before he got here, when we were in Cali, he was telling me if that shit was grindable. And I'm like, yeah, it's got like some rivets and shit, so I don't think you can grind it. Plus, it's high as fuck. So this dude had that trick in his mind before he even got here and did it. So that type of shit, I don't know. I think that's crazy, especially never being to New York. How you can't really gauge shit from the video.
Yeah, definitely not.
You can't really get an idea of how that's going to give you pop, nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not even a real quarter pipe. It's just
No,
bricks.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So for him to say that and then do it, I'm sitting on the other side of this shit like, oh, this is crazy.
Damn.
Chad's
Yeah.
been having a great year, man. He ripped it at powwow so hard,
Thank you very much, man.
so hard.
I'm stoked
But-
for you on your VOD, man. Anybody in the chat right now that hasn't already bought it, you should go purchase it. It's in the Blader Gang bio.
Well, link is in the description of this video too.
Oh, is it? Okay, sorry. I can't see the description right now. Yeah.
Yes, the Bio Blader Gang.
Got
holy
the
crap.
Chad endorsement right there. The Chad
Yeah.
Hornets
There you go.
endorsement.
So,
Yo, it's fire.
There are other questions you want to answer? There's another super chat that
Yeah.
came in.
So what's up with the cults? Anyone sending you free stuff after this? They should.
Are you sponsored now
Okay.
after this VOD?
Okay, so yeah, that's a funny story because I had, I won't go too on about it because I can go on, but the cults. I had a few comments on that. People saying some things about the cults. So John Julio had given me a pair of thems, and they were like small, and I really liked them, but they're like a few sizes in them, and like the smalls are just like too tight on my toes, and I was trying to do all these things to work for it, and I was like, they're just hurting my feet. But I like the skates as they were, but they were just too small. So anyways, skating with Bellino, he had some cults on, and I was like, dang, man, those look, those look comfortable. And he was like, yeah, I hit up Jeff, and Jeff just sent me a pair. And I was like, no,
Jeff
maybe
was
I'll do
definitely hyped.
that. So I hit up Jeff. I'm like, hey, Jeff, how you doing, man? Cults look cool. Do you mind if I try them? He was like, yeah, dude, be honored. Send you your. I was like, whoa, sick. And so he just sent them away, and that
First
was
few
it.
pair of skates in a while, huh?
That was it. And yeah, I'm not like committed to anything, but I like
They're working for you now.
Yeah, they're good skates. They're like the classic SSMs that I rode for a while. So cults,
Cults. But you're still not sponsored.
shit,
No
you
no
got-
Am I
sponsors from
sponsored?
this.
No,
No,
I don't
no
have any
sponsors.
desire to be sponsored.
Damn, they should
I
be all
wanna- I
knocking on your
wanna-
door after that VOD.
No,
Right.
what I want is I want to help with you and with people like Erod and things like that. Help kind of keep our sport going, like doing things like Miguel are doing, and
Mhm.
I think that I'm really proud of our work, Austin.
Yeah,
like just like
likewise.
the level of trying to bring something professional to the thing as best as we can. We're not going to be fully professional, we still are who we are.
Yeah.
But I mean,
You're so
ultimately-
modest on giving yourself props, dog. Why don't y'all just say the shit? Yeah, we putting it down because what you guys are doing is dope as fuck. You need other
Yeah.
people to give you your motherfucking flowers because y'all
That's
can't.
it. That's it. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to
I have
give
no
yourself
problem.
flowers.
I have no problem
That's
telling
awesome.
my dogs how tight their shit is when it is tight. You know what I mean? I'm
Sick.
the first one to be like, yo, bro, that shit is lit.
Yeah.
A lot of people, especially in this day and age, don't really I don't know what it is. When I was a little ass kid, I used to walk up to my pros that were my idols at the time and fucking grom out.
Mhm,
Nowadays, like,
100%.
I don't understand why it's not okay to give somebody his props. I think that shit is dope.
Nah,
know what I mean?
totally. And that's the thing, like with the, I don't mean to go on and, well, I guess I will go on about the podcast, but having a lot of people that we had on, like even just having on Angie, man, it's like
Fire.
this thing is like an online history book. I feel like we should
Yeah.
almost make like a print history book from the knowledge that we're getting from this, because it's almost like this timeline that's piecing together the more we talk to a lot of these OGs and these newer kids too, just getting that aspect. And yeah, it's I just for me the ultimate goal is it's definitely not at a huge point of my skating it was about the self and me succeeding through blading, but now I just want to like see blading thrive as a whole and kind of like kick back and watch it and like see that and then be like, oh cool, like we played like a small part in that. Awesome. Like that would be
Yeah, I think as we all get older, that's the same page that we're all on. Just trying to see this shit thrive. Hopefully people can start getting paid again for real. And, there could be real professionals in our sport again where you can make a living off this shit and do it and be fucking superstars. Fuck it.
I would love it, man. I wouldn't be happy going into my grave being like, we didn't do what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like
At least try.
I'm gonna say this. One of the most, I'm gonna spit a little idea, philosophy thing.
Shit.
One of the most real things that I Shima, when he speaks, you gotta listen. I'm gonna bring up Shima again, but in the like the old Blade documentary, I don't remember it, but Doug Erhard did it, and it was just like that Blade documentary. But Shima said something, I'm going to paraphrase here, but he said something along the lines of blading, people always asking, where's blading going to go? Where are we going? Where are we going? And he's like, you know what? We don't know. But as long as everyone believes in it, it's going to go somewhere. So for me, that's what I see as an issue in the blade thing. Like the self-doubt, you know,
Wait, are you hearing some shit?
I am hearing that.
What is that? What is going on?
Yeah. But like, you know, self-doubt, insecurity, like, you know, because of how bladers may be treated at the skate park or culturally, or just like in these ways that may lead to some bad habits, and not being like, oh, like, well, we're just, you know, we'll play the, but like, no, like if literally everyone who does it is activated and they believe in it, and they believe in it with their heart, and they're proud of it, and they just work to be, you know, not just good in blading, but well-rounded people, because the better you are in other areas, the better it's going to make your blading, the better it's going to like make you as a person. So getting involved in all those things, but just like, you know, standing up for your shit, because I've been at a point where, you know, I could definitely relate to a lot of that sentiment, you know, a lot of that idea, but I really think the core about us succeeding, I really believe that if we all just hold it like we did in certain eras where we were thriving, just that belief, that shit is contagious, man. That energy is like something people can feel. They can recognize it. They can be inspired by it. So that's my little thought on that.
No, amen to that 100%. And even your little contributions, like not just like Jump Street in general, but like how you making the VOD, just motivating other people to go out and do it. It's like fueling the fire still, that's still there for everybody. And even when you think people are like done with, you know, quote unquote, taking the skating seriously or filming sections or just skating outside of a skate park, it's like not dead. It's never dead. It's always that fire in there.
Yeah, 100%. And it's, I think that's the, you know, I've spoken with it about E a lot, you know, because there could be a lot of hate within there's sometimes hate directed at us, like from like people like Spitfire and these companies for years. And sometimes we're hating on each other or ourselves.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that shit up.
We have to leave it at the door, you know? We just got to leave that kind of stuff at the door and be supportive. You know, you see a trick or a section from someone, even if maybe you don't really, you know, I mean, you don't really feel inclined to be like, fuck yeah, man, badass, keep it up. You know, you're killing it. And just like a lot of those things will go a long way. And yeah, support one another.
Listen, bro, just how we call out all these motherfucking companies, these skateboard companies that make shit, you know, downplaying rollerblading, we're quick to call them out, right? We're quick to pull their card. Start doing that towards the motherfuckers within our own circle. We got fucking blade hate pages and all type of other shit. The moment we start fucking shining light and letting people know that ain't the way, because we got to lead by example, right? We got to be the ones that fucking show love, so that way people start showing love as well. You know what I'm saying? Don't fight fucking hate with hate. You fight hate with love, my nigga. You got to, 100%. You know, we're all one big fucking community. Once we start respecting ourselves, we'll demand respect from others.
100%. And yeah, just to further that, yeah, it's like, yeah, I kind of lost what I was gonna say. But
oh, good, brother. I got you. That's why I'm here, my G. When you leave off, I'll chime in, bro. It's all fucking. You gotta, and people. One more thing too, because motherfuckers like you need a. This is a big deal. As much as you're not fucking, you know, fully indulged into what's going on in the culture, whether you're, you know, got a lot of shit going on in your, you know, day-to-day life, people like yourself have to understand that you guys have a big fucking impact in rollerblading. And this right here just showed you. Look at all the messages that we're getting from this. You know what I'm saying? I tell Brian this shit. I tell Mike this shit. I tell everybody this shit. Like all the people who really had a big shift in our culture and who are super influential and, you know, can motivate the next person. You know, it's very important for you guys to stay involved. And even if it's just a little bit that you can contribute, that shit goes a long way. Because people still look at you guys as a big deal. People still idolize you guys, whether you guys acknowledge it or not. Same with you, Paz. I told this nigga, yo, have Austin follow up with a section 2. Because guess what? That shit is going to drive even more people. You dig what I'm saying? This shit is a snowball effect.
Honestly, 100%. And that's kind of like going back to like, that's like adding to the point that I was just kind of going on about keeping that belief, keeping that energy, because you sometimes when it's just you in this world, and you can go through things, you could, especially now during this lockdown, people going through, get lonely, there's depression, and you feel like you're on your own or these other things, but you don't know, like your actions like affect a network of people. So if you're going to be, negative in a way, like, and not saying that life doesn't call for those feelings, but you're going to affect your network, and if you're trying to spread that good and that positivity and that belief and that good energy, then you're going to affect your network. And we all know, like,
it's contagious.
Yes.
Yeah, we've all lost, like, like I remember, like, someone like E-Money who passed just recently, and that shook up our whole thing, man, because we're all like this big family of all different people. So it's just important to, remember that, I think. And to E's point, just like don't degrade what your contribution could be, just by simple things, being positive. Now I'm sounding like a PMA message, but you get what I'm saying.
We need that shit, bro. We need them messages. We need people to pop that shit so that way people can, take from it and run with it.
For sure.
Each one, my brother.
I love it.
I just want to acknowledge we have some heavy hitters in the super chat right now. I just want to acknowledge Clint Cartier with a 99.99 super chat. Much love from Texas. VOD was legit as hell, Billy. Hang 10 emoji. What's the other one? Alan Bomber's back. 49.99. No questions. Love what y'all are doing. The industry needs it. Fell in love with rollerblading in 95. 3 surgeries, countless friends through blading and traveling. It's the unrivaled sense of community that keeps it alive. Thanks, guys. Well, thank you for the support, Alan. And thanks for coming out for all these shows, all these episodes. We appreciate everything. This goes back to what we were just talking about with just having the community and thriving off each other and the whole snowball effect. It's contagious, man.
Yeah. Yes. Very much so.
Fish, did you see any other questions or anything that you wanted to answer?
I don't think so. I think it's a good place to end.
All right, cool. Anything else that you guys wanted to say about it besides, well, Erod, I guess let everybody know where to buy it. It's the link is in the description, but for the people who are listening only.
Absolutely. The fucking link is in the description of the Jump Street. What is this? The YouTube?
Yeah,
page?
YouTube.
The YouTube link. It's in my personal page. It's on the Blader Gang page. It's on the 905 page. I'm sure it's on Billy O'Neill's page. If you haven't seen it already, go watch it. It's extremely worth it. This dude put a lot of work into this shit. You can see just by the the screenshots or the stills that we're showing. What'd you say? It's less than a cheap beer, and this is better than cheap beer.
It's $5. Come on, what can you get for $5 in this world? You can't even get a nice beer.
Can't even get a Big Back meal.
You can't. You can't even.
You can't.
You can't even. Can you even get a doobie for $5 anymore? Not from you.
None of this run, boy. No.
Dang, you can't even.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. To E's point, if if you would like to get the section, that would be great.
It is fucking fire.
There's been a ton of support, and I'm super duper grateful and happy and very proud to be a member of this community. So that it really impacted me, heavy. And I think that it reminded me, and I think it reminded some of my friends who are my age, that how special this thing is. So it's good to keep it going. I do want to say one more thing. It's going to sound like a PSA, but I just want to say, everyone, we appreciate your support on the show. Don't go on social media too much, especially during these lockdown times. It's like a mental health crisis in this country. So everyone, get your skating in, get your exercise in, sweat every day if you can. Try to read a book, and that's it. I'm not a doctor, but I was having some hard times through this time, and I've had some friends that were. So just during this time, just make a little extra effort, try to stay off social media that shit's fucked up, man. I don't know.
Go
But that's it.
outside.
That's
Go outside. Go make an edit so we can watch. I want to
go
watch.
sweat every
Yeah,
day.
for real.
Go sweat
Go-
every day.
Go join that Jump Street Podcast 10K giveaway thing.
Yes,
you know?
the
It gives you an
10K
excuse
giveaway.
to go film something, have some fun with it. You know, it's not all serious. Just have some fun.
My dog's got
Yeah.
the swipe up. Check y'all out. All right.
Yeah, we got the swipe
Yeah.
up now.
No, nigga, let's get that verification check next. Let's go.
Oh,
Come
Yes.
on. Playing with my boys.
that's the next milestone.
Yo, real quick, shout out to Mike Murder Johnson for the 3D animation at the end of it. And
Yes.
huge shout out to Ulysses Prom for the intro animation, that motion graphic shit that those guys contributed towards the section.
Damn right.
They're constantly contributing to everything that we do. Couldn't thank them enough because they're taking time out of their day to make some shit for us, to make us look better, to make our projects a little, more up to beat. So super thanks to those guys, and thank you to everybody else who contributed towards these motherfucking projects that we're doing. You know what I'm saying? We got some more on the way. I'm dropping 2 more projects before the end of the year. See, now I told you I had some shit I wanted
There
to
you go.
carry
I'm
on.
waiting for it.
Come
This
on,
guy
come on
works
with it.
nonstop. I can
Yeah, I'm
vouch
not-
for that.
I'm out here filming. I got Chino right next to me right now. This the next young boy out of New York City. If you don't know who Chino Sin is, come on. You feel me? I got Chad here. Everybody's out here working. We're nonstop getting it. We got a full-length project dropping before I think, hopefully, I was gonna say Blade Cup time, but I don't know if that's even going down. So
Yeah.
probably November, December for the next full length. And I got another duo project dropping before the end of the year as well.
Ooh,
So this
looking
shit
forward
is
to
nonstop.
those.
Yeah, this shit is nonstop.
Yeah, you're always busy. We talked
Chino
about this last
Sin.
time you were
Chino's
on
the man. What's up,
podcast.
Chino?
Yeah, Chino is the
My
man.
dog at? Look, he back there. Come on.
He's the man.
Where that Chino VOD at?
That's next. We got, that's not the next one, but that's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's up. It's
Now I want to see that. Love watching Chino skate.
continuing to just make shit so that we could motivate people to go make something of their own.
There we go.
100%. And last thing I'll say is we didn't get to put this in the part, and I kind of regret doing it. But that section is dedicated to E-Money
Ooh.
on my end. I wish I could have put it in, but we were a bit of a rush on. I was like, "Shit, I wish I could have put dedicated to E-Money."
As long as he's out in the world now, he knows.
That's it. He knows. He knew before. I said it in my head. I talked to him.
That's what's
But
up, man.
yeah. Peace. And thank you so much, everyone. Austin, thank you for doing this. Good idea.
No, this is cool. I like this. This is
And
switching up
E-Rod,
a little
thanks
bit,
for-
you know?
Thanks for joining us.
Nah, man, it's a pleasure. I'm out here in your hometown while you in my hometown.
Yeah.
It's
that's
crazy,
true.
man.
You know what I
Go
mean?
switcheroo.
Nah, I'm
Y'all
forever
switch your
thankful
room.
for everything that you guys bring to the culture, bro. I'm forever thankful for the amount of people you guys got watching. I don't know. I can't see the number on this shit.
We got a buck 20.
120 right now.
128?
120 right now, yeah. I think we were at 128 before, yeah.
Oh, that's lit. I
It's
can't
lit.
even do 120 on my live. My live is blocked. But yeah, thanks to everyone that's tuning in and that continues tuning in to all of their fucking podcasts. I might not catch them live, but I always catch them on the rebound, whether I'm at home with my son, whether I'm on the road, whenever I get some chance to tap in with you guys. You know what I mean?
Sick.
I'm super, extremely grateful for the shit that you guys do. And I hope everybody else, you know what I mean, feels the same way.
Thank you, brother.
Hell yeah. Appreciate that.
It's a pleasure to
everyone-
work with you.
Yeah, everyone check out that duo VOD with Billy. The link's in the description. What year is it? September 25th to 27th. Don't forget to use our code. It's in the link in the bio also. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks
Okay.
for coming out.
Peace.
Peace, everyone.